Nice.
Nice.
Hey, uno más.
Hello, stragglers.
Welcome back to another episode of the mukbang we do for the podcast. So today we have Crumbl
Once more,
again.
can you stop? Stop
Like,
smashing them.
once more, and
Oh,
we got
yeah.
we have some delectable stuff in here. So, Jake, you know these better than I do. Why don't you tell them what we
Well,
have?
so these two are for me,
Yeah.
and I will go with those ones. So this is Oreo milkshake, which I have
Uh-huh.
to keep refrigerated, and
Yeah.
pink velvet.
Uh-huh.
These are semi-sweet chocolate chunk,
Yeah.
and then brownie, just brownie.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. I think they're like brownie
Yeah.
batter or something, but those look amazing.
They do look amazing. So, there were two specific that you wanted. It was these two,
Yeah,
right? Okay. So,
these are for both of us.
okay.
That's why I got one of each.
Okay. Damn. I fucking have my eyes on the fucking
You want that one?
the fucking that one right there.
You want
Jesus.
that one's looking really good. Yeah, you can have
Yeah.
one.
No, I mean I'm just saying in general.
Yeah,
Like I'm
the
fucking,
brownie. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I'm staring it down.
I know. I'm just because I had a gift card.
Yeah.
That's why we've been doing this.
Yeah. So we've been able to do these llama unusual.
We're not gonna be doing
That-
this again until chocolate cake comes back.
Yes. Yeah.
Or any of the
Yeah. Any of the big ones come back.
Is there any semi-sweet that you want? Oh, these have sea
Um,
salt, by the way.
Sea salt?
Yeah, I don't know if you're into that.
But why? Because you think it's like something I'm allergic to?
No, no, no. I'm just in general, just
Oh.
sea salt.
I
It,
mean,
it gives it kind of like a texture kind of
I
thing.
mean,
I
I'll try it. Doesn't hurt to try necessarily. Okay.
I will be keeping this.
All right. I'm just gonna close it. Do you want me to bring this upstairs and put it in there?
In the refrigerator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Oreo needs to be refrigerated.
Do you want the pink one right now?
No.
Okay.
I mean, actually, how about I'll take a bite first.
Okay.
I'll try it for you guys.
All right.
So this is pink velvet. I am a fan of red velvet.
Uh-huh.
So when I saw pink velvet, I'm like,
It does
okay,
actually look better in person, not gonna lie.
let's try it. Yeah, it's good.
That's nice.
Okay. I'm not even gonna put it in the fridge.
Nice. Alright, so you already know what I want you to talk about and discuss today. Why don't you tell the viewers what happened, what has been happening in the past week or two?
If you know from the last mukbang, I went to a horror.
That too, yeah.
I met up with my friend who I haven't seen in one of my best friends who I haven't seen in like 3 years in person. I will get more in depth about that once he comes back. Some other stuff as well. Yep.
Are you discussing the convention?
Oh well, I mean, I was gonna wait for
Oh.
you. All right. Let's save the best for last.
Yeah. Yeah.
Semi-sweet chocolate chunk or
Semi-sweet chocolate with sea salt.
Chocolate, yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna go, but alright, here we go. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Mm-hmm. So the beverages today: water,
Coke.
Coca-Cola. Um, it's the share the Coke variation, and it's friend.
No, it's not. Oh yeah, it's
Jake is not
summertime.
my friend though, but but you know,
I am my own friend.
I have one friend only, and he's dead.
What if? Yeah, like what if Yeah, you know it's almost summertime when the cookies have names on them.
Yeah. Has that always been a thing with the Coke?
I think it was always been a summer thing.
Oh.
So you know you're
Hmm. Okay.
very soft.
Hmm. Do you prefer soft cookies or hard, like crispy?
I like both. I think it
I prefer
depends. It
crispy.
depends. I think it needs to have a good middle ground.
The outer layer needs to be crispy, but the end needs to be soft.
Yeah. The
That's
only
the way I see it.
100% soft cookies I will allow is grocery store cookies. We've talked about that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
The undefeated.
Yeah. There's that one specific, like, Stop and Shop cookie that I haven't had in a while. But I think it was like double chunk or something. It was like a chunk or whatever.
Is it chocolate chunk?
Maybe it was. I don't remember, but it came in like a trapezoid type shape, and it's been a while since we've had it. But I keep like telling my parents like, yeah, it comes in this box, but like they always come back with like cookies that I enjoy anyways, but it's never those ones that I've been wanting for like years now. So one of these days, like whenever I just have to remember, like, whenever I go to the store, which is very rare because only my parents usually go to the store when I'm at work. But I mean, yeah, it's like I just have to keep like an eye out for it, really. But I mean, yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I do miss those cookies because I used to have them like all the time in like freshman year, and I remember like it was like, dude, cookies like are so much better in like the fall and winter time as opposed to like obviously like spring and like summer.
I think
In my
I
opinion,
would say it might depend on what kind.
I just only really like chocolate chip.
I think chocolate chip's a good universal all year round thing,
Yeah,
but I think like
obviously, yeah, but
some like maybe like it was like plain like vanilla cookies are definitely feel like more wintry
yeah,
than like, so I think it would depend on the flavor for me.
yeah.
Indeed.
I just think I don't know. I can't. I'm just like not a cookie person in a way where like I can have any cookie. Like I
Yeah.
enjoy cookies, but like I just can't do like all like the random other shit. Cause like I don't know, like I can't do vanilla. Like the reason why I don't like Crumbl is because like well they all taste the same to me, and also like even then I just wouldn't enjoy like a vanilla type cookie in general. Like if that was the main flavor at all, um, and all that shit. So yeah, I don't know. So I just view cookies as like you know winter time and just like colder months, but specifically like yeah, it's Christmas time. Gather around the campfire and have the cookies and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much that really. Um, so what happened at the convention?
I'll just start off. All of last week I was in this like stressful kind of funk
Yeah,
because I was supposed to, because I was going to the, I talked about it on the podcast. I was seeing Thunderbolts in the evening, and I was like, okay, it seems we're not gonna have a session this week, so I was like, I'll try to come over Thursday, but I was just so overstimulated and like stressed out. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a nap, and I'm like, before I go to the movies, because I was just like, I don't want to do too much, because then I was going to a play the next day, and then
yeah.
and obviously I was going to the convention on Saturday. It was good. I had a good time, even though I had a panic attack. Because again, I was in this like stressful funk, and then there was something when they were doing like the professional photography and stuff, and like it was so unorganized, and so many people were just trying to cram into this small area. Like where they were actually having the pictures was such a wide space, so I don't understand why they wanted the line to be in such this narrow thing hallway, and trying to get like 100 people squeezed. It was just so overwhelming. We were constantly going in, they were constantly kicking us out, and it was just like too much. And then like, because I was gonna do it with my friend, um, because she didn't know like one ticket's like for two.
You
people.
should make a fake name for.
Call her. Yeah, I was thinking of a name, but it was like kind of sounds close.
Uh-huh.
Trying to think.
She gives Roxy vibes.
Uh,
So this is Jake's best friend.
yeah.
Girl best friend.
I can already see them. What?
What?
No.
Stamp!
I'll just do Tara.
Okay.
Tara, like T-A.
Yeah.
So with Tara, I haven't seen her in person in like 3 years, so it was just.
Jake, I put the thing on my computer for you to look that way, not away from the mic.
Well, I want. Come on, Luigi. Come on now. But yeah, so I was gonna do it with her, and then it was just so stressful that it was just like when I'm stressed out or overstimulated, I feel like I'm gonna get sick.
Yeah.
Because I've always had like sensitivity to like stomach and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So I literally ran to the bathroom to use the bathroom, and then I come back out and it's still like packed and stuff, and I'm like sitting. Fortunately, this was in a hotel, and there was like lounge chairs and stuff everywhere and stuff, so I could like just sit down.
Right.
And I was like trying my best. I was just sitting there, just looking like dazed, and then all of a sudden, like I was like, "Oh God!" So I ran back to the bathroom. I didn't eat or drink anything, so I was trying to throw up what I couldn't. So it was just like dry heaving. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that feeling. Yeah, when you feel like you have to throw up, but you can't.
But because there's nothing in you.
Yeah, there's nothing to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a guy in there doing like his makeup who was in the bathroom when I got out, but he was still in there, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just sitting there. I was like,
no.
I didn't want to be like that, so I just kept going. I got up. I was like trying to pull myself back there. I got out, and he's just like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, sorry, I was just having a panic attack." And he was like, I understand. I had one last night. It's just a lot of people." And I was like, "Yeah," and yeah, but I was in like a funk, like the entire thing, because it was just, I don't know if it was just stress or what, but and again, because of like my stomach sensitivity, it's just like, because I know someone was just like, "Why didn't you just eat something?" It's just like I feel like I'd feel worse if I ate something. It was like that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
That was like no matter what, it was just like, why did the screen? Oh, you shut. Stop turning around. You know what? I'm just shutting the TV.
Yeah.
So but when I got out, I felt a bit better after, but I still felt that like awkward and like kind of thing, just like exhausted.
Right.
I was just like, so I carried on, and then I was doing another one. Actually, the one I actually scheduled to do with my friend, was not bad. We got there. They let us walk right into the actual room, and there was a panel. It was in a really big room, so they were doing the panel too. So we just sat down, and even though like the relationships are totally different, but it's just once I was talking to my friend, I felt so much better.
Yeah.
And you probably could get it, like if you're like in that kind of funk, and then once you just talk to somebody, you just feel
Yeah.
all of that
You're
just
extremely close to.
yeah, you just feel all of that just like there's just that just weight off your shoulders, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I can. So we did that, and that was like the last thing we both did, and we both left. She wanted a copy of the picture too, so I bought an extra copy, and she asked me for that, and I was like, oh, that's really sweet of you, but
Fortunately, it's mine, so fuck off.
so yeah,
Yeah.
so it was fun. Met cool people, got some stuff signed. It's very very fun. Yeah, so I don't know if just it was the stress of and nervousness of seeing my friend after all these years was just mentally a little too much for me, or what, just stress in
Mm.
general. That was just, but I pulled through and still had a good time.
Yeah.
Glad my friend was happy to see me.
Yeah.
Saw AJ. I only saw him one time. I was
Yeah,
just
you
like,
told me.
yeah.
Yeah. To talk about the AJ situation in the saga that happened there.
So I didn't see him. I only saw him in like one line. I just said, "Sup," and he was just like, I don't know. It's just I guess my instinct. If I see someone I know, just being like, "Hey," even just like "Sup," and he's just like "Sup," and then he just went back to the conversation he was having. So I was like, "Cool."
Yeah. All right.
But I guess he was sort of trying to look for my friend.
Yeah. Because he's kind of one of those guys where, like,
I was the fake guy friend.
yeah.
The fake guy friend.
Oh my god. Well, like, he tries to, like, look for the females
Yeah.
that, I mean, just in general, but that you're friends with. And it's like, okay, cool, they're people too,
Yeah.
and they're just here to have fun. Like, they're not here to fucking mingle with a boy for a relationship, but,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was like kind of a nervousness I was thinking, because it's like, because my friends got introduced me to her boyfriend, and I didn't want the AJ also walking around too, and
Right.
so it was just
Is
like,
that how did well, okay.
how was her boyfriend?
Yeah, how did the situation with Taylor's boyfriend go? If it
I didn't
happened.
I didn't talk. I mean, I didn't actually have a conversation with him. We were just standing around together and stuff, and
Yeah.
when when she first, here's when kind of the funk kind of started, like, more intensely. So I didn't sleep that night. I could not sleep. My body woke me up at like 3 a.m. and I had to be up at like 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of pissed me off, because I came
Right.
home late and I went to bed as soon as I got home, and that kind of pissed me off.
Yeah.
So I texted her, just being like, then, like, previous day, just being like, okay, so what's the game plan? Do you want to like walk with us or what? And then when she finally was able to text me back, she's just like, oh, sorry, I don't want to be around your dad. We'll hang out soon though. And I was like, no fucking. And I'm like, are you somehow gonna find a way to avoid me through this whole thing? So that was like kind of like what my feelings just kind of shifted. I was just like, oh my god, we've done all this planning, all this talking, all this excitement, and day of, you're gonna avoid me now. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
great. So I was like trying to check in about stuff. We were like kind of talking back and forth while I was getting ready, but then she kind of went dead, and then I get there, I do my things, I get my first line. I met Art the Clown, guys, and I will just say, if he's at an event, make sure to get there as early as possible, because me and my dad got into the line at 10:15, and we were the last ones allowed in line before they closed it off.
Wow.
15 minutes into the event, we were the last ones allowed, because he had to leave early to do the makeup and stuff. So advice: if you're gonna meet Art the Clown, get there at like the crack of dawn.
Yeah.
But so I was like constantly checking my snap just to see if she texted me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, then it was like a couple hours. We were in line, still hasn't said anything, and I'm looking at like the clock, and I'm like, she knows she has a photo op at like 2:15, and she hasn't texted me back yet. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what's going on? And I'm like telling my dad, I'm like, dude, she's cutting it close, cause like, and I'm waiting in line for some actor, and and this every time I'm in the line, I'm constant. It's like every room has like the doorway, so I'm like looking. I'm constantly looking through there to see if I can see her. And all of a sudden, I see her, and I wave, and then she waves. She runs into there, hugs me. Her boyfriend comes in too, and we're just like talking for a bit. I give her birthday gift, which I have been holding on for 3 years. See her boyfriend. I do like the wave to her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he kind of yeah, like
I'm not here to take her.
Yeah. It's all good. So I will wave, and that was how first. But
How was he?
he's a little quiet.
Yeah.
Well, however, when we were doing the whole line shenanigans, he was getting visibly upset. But my friend told me when I actually got to talk to her, she's like, "Yeah, when he gets overstimulated, he gets upset." I'm like, "That's reasonable."
Yeah.
So like my response is sickness. His is crashing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like visibly frustrated, and he
Yeah.
was just like, and then we walked out together because we were both leaving at the same time, and I kind of waved goodbye to him, being like, "Hey, nice meeting you," and he was like, "Yeah, you too." So
Yeah.
you know,
That's true.
yeah, he's chill. Something that guys don't understand is even if I was having romantic feelings for her, you would want what's best for her anyway.
What?
So, like, I'm saying, like...
What do you mean by that?
Like, you'd want someone to make her happy, even if it's not you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
You know, maturity.
Uh-huh.
Not being selfish.
Oh, you're talking about, like, him for her and all that. Okay.
Yeah, so it was like, even if, like...
I thought you were talking about, like, in reference to how he would perceive it, like,
yeah.
hey, well,
oh, no.
He likes this guy, so...
No. Guess I'm
likes
done.
It.
Guess I'm done.
Gonna go home. Whatever. Fuck me.
I didn't want to say anything, but she also went with one of her friends, and I thought one of her friends was super hot, and I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to be like, so what's the situation with your friend?
Yeah, I could see the situation with that. Like,
I've never, because I was just like,
you don't want to come across
Yeah.
like that, but like it. I'm sure, like, to an extent, obviously, like, she probably knows he struggles with women in general.
Oh yeah, she
And
knows.
like, if like she was like asked by you, like, so your friend, like, what's the deal with that? Like, she would probably understand. So like, I'm not being like, don't do it, but I'm also being like, don't do
that's
it.
That's why like I don't want to like try to get with one of my friends' because I don't want them getting caught in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of why apparently apparently AJ was... I don't know if... because she like kind of corrected me, because I thought she told me that he's like... he texted me like, I see you, or something, like, I saw you, or something like that. But she was like showing me the Snapchat messages between them, and it was just like... But she was so fucking funny though. She's just like... she's just sitting there, and all of a sudden she just goes like, he's around here somewhere.
Jesus. She can just feel his
Yeah.
presence.
You can feel the simp aura.
I am aware of the J.
Like, uh-oh, AJ alert.
Oh no.
But yeah, that was... yeah. It's just nice to see her.
Yeah.
Really nice. I haven't really had one of those, like, I guess, like, talks, I guess, in a long time. So that's why I felt so much better, because it was just, like, kind of those conversations, like, that you just can be like, okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And
And then the next morning, I was just like, "Fuck you, Jake." After waking up and being groggy.
yeah. Yeah. Let's not cut the bullshit. We want to try the brown. we want to.
Yeah.
We want.
I'm already kind of low key sick of the semi chocolate. Not gonna lie. The Crumbl cookie effect is
I
already.
want to let you know those are brownie bits on top too, right?
So we're gonna use this as a segue into the next thing.
Chocolate
Are you comfortable
brown.
talking about the dog thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So the what is this? The brownie?
It's like chocolate brownie.
Dude, it's fucking caving in.
Yeah.
Alright, bone apple tail, let's go. Oh my god.
Yes.
Bro.
Absolute peak.
You know a Crumbl cookie's good when I actually audibly sound hype about it. Oh my god.
The brownie, the chocolate, the brownie just hits you.
Just any Crumbl cookie that looks like this, you know it's gonna be fucking good. Oh my god. Food coma time. Oh god, I don't want to have a bigger putt. Oh. Dude.
That tastes like the best brownie you've ever had in your life.
Holy shit. I'm not even joking, I could come in. Oh my god. It's not even like a laughing matter. I feel myself peeing right now. Oh my god.
Bricked up.
You might have to leave right now because I'm about to fucking jerk off to pornography right now. Oh my god. Oh.
It literally tastes like the best brownie you've like ever
It tastes
had.
so fucking good. Just like the cookie itself is the right amount of crunchiness, the right texture, and the top just brings everything together.
Yep.
And the little brownie things.
Oh.
I've had it only like one right now, but I can really taste it. I feel it all coming in my mouth. It's so good. I can feel it coming everywhere. I can feel it coming inside my body. It's in my stomach.
Oh my god.
It's so nice. It's so nice.
Oh my god.
Let's go from the oh my god to the oh my dog.
This might be the best one we've had on this channel.
It's
besides
either that
the chocolate
or the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more of a cake, so it doesn't really count. In
I
terms
mean,
of like,
it's
in
shaped like a cake.
terms of just cookie, this is it.
Yeah, in terms of a cookie, yeah.
This is it.
This is definitely the best one we've had.
Oh my god.
I think the Oreo one we had last time we had it is definitely up there.
The chocolate cookies and cream.
Yeah, the Oreo, something like that. Yeah, that one was fucking good.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright, dog.
Yeah.
Where do I start with this? Because this is this is a long arc.
Yeah.
So around mid-November, my dog unfortunately passed away.
It's unfortunate because both our pets died in last year, so it was rough.
We don't know why, like, what was the cause. Well, they obviously put her down, but
Yeah.
she was for the last few months of our life. I would say since my sister left for college, my dog she was just getting sicker and sicker, and the nurses could not figure out why, and my parents were in a financial situation that they could not afford more tests because let's be real, the vet industry.
Disney World.
Yeah. Because you got to pay for college.
Yeah.
Prioritizing a Disney trip is crazy, but
Yeah.
well,
We had to pay for our daughter's college, so let's put all our money into Disney World instead of our sick dog.
And I and the last night, that was a rough day.
Yes.
Because I was constantly texting you. It was the night of the Jake Paul Tyson fight too, so it was. But I had my parents were going to something, don't really care. And my dog threw up like maybe 5 or 7 times, and she was not, at this point, she was not eating. My parents were scared of, like, my dog was like constantly like trying to hide and stuff, which is like that signal that they're gonna die.
Right, yeah. When a dog is like trying to hide away from you in like the final moments, that means like they don't want they don't want you to see them like that at all.
And it was just so insufferable. And
right, yeah.
Again, I just like, I don't want to see her like this, and I thought I was gonna have to go to the vet myself, get a ride. And
oh
like,
yeah, because I remember I even asked like my mother, like, hey, like, can we possibly like take Jake's dog and Jake to the vet? And she's like, it's his dog. Like, where's his parents? And like I try to explain to my mom.
Yeah,
like,
they're at a casino right now.
They're at a casino right now.
Not giving a fuck.
Yeah, not giving a fuck.
I literally I screenshotted the text and sent them to you, being like, this is how they're responding.
Yeah, right.
Being like, hey, can you like stop? We're like busy right now.
Yeah, can you shut the fuck up about the dog? We're gambling.
Yeah, and they're like, she was just so restless. She didn't want to lay down or anything, and they're like, just sit with her. I'm like, dog, I'm sitting down, and she's still pacing around, like she's.
Yeah.
So it got to the point they came home. I think she threw up a couple more times since my parents came home. I'm trying to watch the boxing matches.
To calm yourself down.
Yeah. Because I was, I spent most of the time cleaning, but I would be trying to watch the other fights, which were, in my opinion, much better than the main event. But,
obviously, yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, and I was doing my computer doing some stuff too, and then I just hear like, that's it. Like, I can't do it. We it's time. And like, my eyes were just like, oh, here we go. And then I'm like, I hear them putting the leash on, and they're just like, go say goodbye. And I held her. I'm trying not to cry right now.
I get it. Yeah.
I just try to hold on to her as much as I can. I'm just like, I'm so sorry that me being like kind of cold, because I was just like, it was not your fault. It was just, I was just so burnt out with just other stuff that was just like, taking care of you was just a lot more exhausting. And it's not your fault. It's my fault. And I wanted to make sure she knew that. Even though obviously her hearing was gone too.
Yeah.
She was losing her hearing, and like, I'd come home and she'd just be sitting on the bed. She wouldn't know I was there. It's just so sad that you have to like
be there for like trying to like confide in your dog one last time. Yeah.
But it really was just, with my job and everything, and just mentally, it's just like, having a dog was just, it was just a lot. And obviously with her getting sick, it was just, and I just always felt like they were pushing responsibility onto me, because they just think I'm lazy most of the time, which I'm not. Mostly just burnt out more than anything.
Right.
And they were gone for like a couple hours. They come back, and I just hear my mom just sobbing, and I knew that she was gone.
Right.
And so let's cut back to a couple weeks later. My sister's visiting for the holidays. What is the first thing I hear her say? So when are you guys getting a new dog?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Just like
imagine if this was you with like Gup. One of your sisters
I would
was
understand.
like, so when are you guys getting a new rabbit? Like a couple weeks later.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna like say a thing where I was the one who's like, so when are we getting a new rabbit? Because like, obviously, like that was just like when Gup died. It was the I completely forgot what July. The middle of the summer, and I remember being like in the pool with my parents like within that same week. It was literally the day after actually because I remember staying home, not going to work the next day because I was just so distraught from coming home. I literally cried that entire night, and I had such a fucking terrible headache that even when I woke up, it took like an hour for like the effects of the all the crying and the headache to go away. Um, so like I just felt like so sick to the point where like I was just I cannot go to work. So I stayed home and then I went into the pool with my parents and I I like shit you not like I was looking up at the clouds and like I don't know, it was just like my delusional brain just like trying to like think of like oh God, Gup like but like I swear like I saw like a cloud that was family shaped like Gup and I was just like looking up at that cloud like, "Hi, damn. Hey, buddy." Um, and like, yeah, so, um, yeah, so I was just like, so, like, to my parents, like, yeah, I was thinking, like, not now, obviously, but like in like a couple of months, like, when we're ready, like, we can get like another rabbit or something, and they're like, yeah, let's see where we are in like a couple months. Not like a couple months, but like months from now, and we'll decide then. Um, and you know, I was like, okay, fair, yeah, I get it. But to just with me, like we both had another pet, other pets to come home to, but I'm not sure if this is you as well, but this is like not anything against Harley at all for me personally.
Uh-huh.
Um, but Harley, you know, I love Harley so much. Harley is my dog. I also have a dog. Um, and you know, I love her to death. She's such a fucking cute girl. Um, but Guppy was uh he was my guy, you know. Um, he was there for like literally everything. I remember like when my shit man. I remember like when my last relationship ended, the really fucking toxic one. Um I just felt like so against myself and just like fuck fuck it's like all my fault and all that stuff just like on myself and just like damn I'm gonna fucking miss her like why could I have just all these different emotions like what else could I have done like everything like the classic like hard breakup thought process and I just remember like going over there getting in the laundry coming to make my bed with like all my sheets but I just remember like breaking down um on my bed and you know it people say like rabbits are not like good pets at all. I fucking disagree.
I disagree with that too.
I Gup always came up to me, just stayed there and was always by my side.
All the pets Pets no shit.
Yeah.
All because animals just no shit.
Animals are smarter than people realize. Gup would always come up to me when I was fucking like in that state or close to that state, but for that specific scenario that night, um this happened in COVID obviously. He was just there, and it was one of those like few times when like he just did not like brush himself away or like get up and run away. Cause like sometimes he would just do that, like just like little fucking stupid dopey rabbit things where like they would get up and run away for no reason. But like that was one of the times where like I was like petting him, and just like even when I like took my hand off him, he would still sit there and just like sit stationary next to me and just be like sitting there silent. But like I knew like, you know, he just knew he had to be there for me, and like that was like when I knew like, wow, like this this fucking rabbit, man, this fucking rabbit's so fucking great. um and you know, yeah, like obviously like fast forward to last year, and I noticed like on Gup's like chin, like at the bottom of it, like where our Adam's apples are, kind of like in that general spot for like a rabbit. Um, he started to develop a like a cyst kind of thing. He got like, I don't know if it was an infection, I forgot, but it was a like classic like thing that happens to older rabbits where sometimes they can get something like that. And you know, I waited to like tell my parents because I was like, okay, you know, sometimes he might get a couple bumps here and there. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I might remember like once or twice where like I felt like a bump randomly, but like it went away. So I was like, okay, I'm just like gonna not try and think about it. I'm just gonna like let him live and all that jazz. And like a month or so later, I kept feeling it. I kept noticing it getting worse. And I was like, I told my parents, and they're like, okay, we'll go to the vet. And you know, we would go to the vet like 3 times, 4 times, before his passing. And like I remember like we were talking like in the vet, like, so yeah, like there's a procedure to get like this under control. It's not gonna fix everything entirely, but it will definitely help. But due to his age, there's a chance if you do pursue the surgery, you'll have to do this once or twice a year, and there's a chance that when you do it, he will die during the entire process. And so I was just like, okay.
I I I hate the vet industry.
Yeah.
I they they obviously have good hearts, but they they don't they don't understand that people feel sentiment towards animals and they want them to live. And I feel like they're always just jacking the prices are always just so crazy that it's just like they're trying to
Right.
screw you over to get you so you get a new pet.
Yeah.
Because if you went through it, just like how much each surgery is gonna cost and stuff, it's gonna be a lot of money, and it's like it's ridiculous. Like this is a living thing that
That deserves to
yeah.
fucking live. You know? But yeah, the vet gave us medicine for Gup, and it was a thing where, it was like a tube that you had
Yeah.
to like push the thing at the end, and it was a syringe or whatever, something like that, and we had to feed him through a tube because his teeth, apparently, like some teeth fell out, and we didn't know. Like at least one or two teeth of his fell out, and we didn't know about it. I don't know if like he swallowed them
Ooh.
or like he just like if they fell out in his food bowl and my mom emptied it out without realizing his one of his tooth or few were in there, but his tooth would his some of his teeth were just gone, and you know they were just like, yeah, his teeth are super sensitive, so um just like feed him like not anything hard, because I remember now, like the pellets that we had to give up, like he would just sometimes barely eat them, and like he would literally like, I remember this too. Like he would literally just like dig through his bowl to like find very specific things that he could eat, like things that only his teeth could like process and chew through to eat. And me and my mom like always were like talking to each other like, what is he like? What foods is he trying to get through? Like like we were just both like, we really like want to like find out what foods he's eating and just only give him those specific ones. But like we were never able to figure out because like it would just be like so much work. But like the vet gave us like this like smushy food that he could take, and it was a whole process where we had to like, I would have to wrangle him up, um, find him, and sometimes it would take like 20 minutes just to like get him, because like he would know, he would know when like my mother was like at the top of the stairs like, Maddie, get up, something like that, and I'd be like, okay, you don't have to like announce that because he'll fucking hear you. Um, so then I would like try and get up, and he would be running around, and you know, I would get him, and then we would have to like wrap him up in a towel, and that would be a whole process sometimes. Sometimes he would even get away during the towel process, and we'd have to catch him again. And it would take like 10 minutes, and the process of like trying to get the food tube in his mouth for him to take it. Sometimes he would just squirm around, fall on the ground, and he would run away, and then we would have to catch him again. And then when we would get him again, sometimes he just would still not want it, and he would just be squirming. Sometimes a lot of it would just go on his chin, fall down on the floor, and so much of that happened. And it's that feeling that every pet owner at that point when like, you know, you're trying to help your pet, but like it's like some possibilities of like, okay, maybe it's like they're scared or they just don't want it. And I felt so much of like, just like, I really hope he knows that I'm like, trying to help him, but like I know like this is like probably such a stressful thing for him to go through. But like I just want him to like know that like this is gonna help him. But like they're just like, obviously, like I said, some nights where he just would not like cooperate with us, and once, twice, sometimes, not always, this happened like once or twice for real, but me and my mom, oh my god, me and my mom were just like, fuck it, like you win tonight, Gup. No medicine for you, buddy. And we would just like give up and not give it to him. And they're just like, those are just like nights where we were just like being like, fuck, like, god damn it, um, and I was just like left unsure sometimes. Um, and yeah, like I remember like uh as the months passed by, Gup's hopping abilities became so much worse to the point where, you know, rabbits usually always stay in one place, always, anyways, but Gup would just always stay in one place, always.
That
Um,
that happened with two of my cats who died.
yeah,
They just stopped moving one day and they're like frozen in place, and you're like, what do we do?
right, yeah. Gup still moved. He hopped around, obviously. Like he still like moved around randomly. Like 1 second he was like somewhere back there, and then I would turn around like 10 minutes later, and he'd be like over there on the stairs. Like, all right, there you are. Good job. Um, but like his movement, like you could tell, like he was struggling to move because like his hopping was just not efficient. And I remember like one night, this is probably like June-ish, May-ish maybe, of last year, and um, like I just remember like it was nighttime, and I was like trying to get up to like just visit him quickly, and he got spooked, and I just remember like seeing him like get up, but like in a sluggish way, and him like trying to like hop over his bowl, but like he like tripped like once or twice in the entire process, and I just like sat there like, oh my god, man. Just like seeing like your pet like go from like years ago, like if they were in that situation years ago, like God would have like gone up, like been out of there in like a second or two, but just seeing him like in that state of like getting up and like struggling so much to just like jump over his food bowl, visibly seeing him like trip over his food bowl, wobbling the rest of the way out of my vision under my bed was just like a sight I still haven't forgotten, and it still makes me upset, obviously. But yeah, I I could just tell like it his passing was gonna happen soon when like June-ish and May-ish came by. I just was plagued by like the possibility of his death is getting more rampant on a daily basis by those months leading up to that, and I just thought about it so much to the point where like sometimes like a lot of the nights I was just sitting there like breaking down next to Gup, like being like, why do you have to go, man? Just and I was like think to myself like, you know, just I remember like telling him like I like telling him like I'm not ready for him to go yet. And like it's been nearly a year since he's been gone, and it's the funny thing is like I'm still not ready for him to be gone at all. Um Sometimes like I um
You think it's all a nightmare?
yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I broke down. I told you I broke down like a night or two ago.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I am I doing? What if Michelle McMoley saw me like this?
But I think we need another bite of the brownie.
Yeah, I need another bite of the brownie. I need to come again.
Oh my god. A piece broke off and it was just like the frosting. I was like, oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
God. Oh man.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Hell yeah, it is. Ugh. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I don't know what happened. There's a lot of dust in here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
I think I peed a little. Yeah.
So yeah, couple weeks. I don't know the exact time frame, but my sister was with us, staying with us for like a month for the holidays or something. But as soon as she came back, it was just, so when are you guys getting a new dog? And that pissed me off.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Like, so, and it was a delivery that was so nonchalant.
Yeah, just like so tone deaf.
Yeah.
Like, our dog died
Yeah.
not too long ago. Like,
Yeah.
you think you just like chill.
Did
for
you
a
like?
second?
Did you mourn for like the one day and the next day? It's like, I need another dog.
I want a dog. I want a puppy. Just
And every
classic
time,
teenage girl moment.
Literally every visit was that same question.
Yeah.
But my parents were always just like, no, we want to wait. I want it to be the right time. And I'm just like, I don't want one ever again, because I know I'm not going to have the headspace. Certainly not right now that I have the mental energy to take care of a dog, because I'm fine with my cats, because cats are much more independent.
Low maintenance and
Yeah.
independent. Yeah.
Like,
They can take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't whine anytime.
You literally make sure you have food out, make sure you have water, clean their litter box like once a day, and that's all you gotta do.
And if you let them outside, they will find food themselves.
Yeah.
So,
I'm totally against.
Yeah, I mean, outdoor cats are a thing, obviously, but I would not feel comfortable
for them. Yeah.
I would not feel comfortable letting a cat out.
There's
with
with our area, we got like bears, coyotes.
Yeah, we have bears. Yeah.
Coyotes.
There's a bear like a couple, not a couple, but like some decent years ago.
Yeah, but the tone shifted Easter when she was here. This was a few weeks ago for us.
They see the day.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
How my parents responded were differently. That they were looking at applications. They were filling out applications, and I'm just sitting there like, because I know. Because I when I talked to my therapist about this yesterday, she's like, "Why didn't you just ever speak up for yourself or for like what you want?" It's like, you can't. I can't object, because it's hard to object to something when it's only you.
Yeah.
So it's just, and I know they wouldn't care, and my sister would brush it off, and
yeah.
So last last Sunday. So 6 days for you guys.
Yeah.
Last Sunday, or they were like, "We're tomorrow. You need a ride and to be picked up from work. We are for like Monday. So Monday you will need a ride to work. You'll need to be picked up. We are gonna go. We got accepted to meet this dog, who they were talking about how she has all this training and potential for a service dog, and that had me going like, okay,
Man, I guess. Yeah.
if you guys want to get me a service animal, because I think what happened at the convention kind of needed that. I do need some support like that, like mentally, and there are mental support for like mental disabilities and support animals and stuff. But I heard them being like, they don't want to do that though. They don't want to put any money for training to like put them in like a school, or so that's why they're like, wow, this is such a relief. We don't have to do all this training. We don't have to spend all this money on school. And I'm like, you know how much the dog is anyway. And I'm like, I don't. You shouldn't be talking about money right now.
Yeah.
Um. So Monday comes. I'm not thinking too much about it. I'm just like, they're just like, all they told me, we're just going there to meet the dog. That's it. So I get home. I prepare myself dinner. I'm washing my hands. I hear the car pulling up, so I'm like, okay, you're home. My dad comes out. My old dog's leash is hanging on the wall. I see my dad grab it, and I'm just like, and I felt that like freezing, just like, oh no.
Like, are you gonna throw it out or something? Or
So I just in the living room. I'm like,
sort of got if a fur-legged fuck comes
yeah.
walking in that door.
And then I come out, come see this dog that is, I think, not the same breed as my dog. My dog was a mix of this breed, but a full breed. See this puppy. And they're like, come meet your little girl. And I was like, I was just frozen. Because I was like with you, that I was like, this is a fucking nightmare.
Uh-huh.
Cause I'm not seeing a new friend I'm just seeing a new placeholder
Uh-huh.
at this moment. I got 2 new cats at like not too long after my cats died, so but that was borderline just opportunity because the they are the kitten their mom was my cousin's cat, and she was pregnant when she got adopted. She was pregnant, so when she had the kittens, she was just basically giving them out for free.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just borderline just opportunity and not just like actively looking for a replacement.
Right.
And this is just what it felt like to me. That it was just like, and
Yeah.
and I'm just thinking like, you did not do this for me. Like you didn't. No, you did not. And I loved how they're like, so when are you gonna start walking again? I'm like, I was like, every day since that day, I have been trying my best not to crash out. Like it's like legit, just like I'm so pissed that they pretty much just let my sister get whatever she wants, and she doesn't even live there.
Yeah. that was the thing you told me. Yeah. She lives at her college.
Yeah.
So the fuck.
Like this has like nothing to.
You just want the sentiment of like having a dog there when you visit the home. Like just for the sake of a dog being there.
Yeah. And like, and then they were telling me like, oh, the dog was in, they found the dog in Texas, so she was transported for like 2 days, and and again, I like animals, so like I'm not like just borderline just angry, like
fuck
it's
that dog,
yeah, like
yeah.
like a cute dog, sweet, but
yeah.
I'm just cold. I'm cold.
Emotionally ready yet for like a dog in general, and that's okay. And I'm not. This is like not an argument against about what you're feeling, but different people have different like coping times and different grieving times. It's entirely possible that your sister was definitely sad. I'm not going to deny that. There's a chance though that obviously like she is definitely ready for you guys to have a new dog, but it definitely does not mean it's okay for you to have to deal with a new dog when you yourself are not ready for another dog. And the fact that your parents are neglecting that obviously is not okay at all. They're kind of like having you being first to take care of a dog you're not ready for. All three of them might be ready for a dog, and that in itself is okay, but
You forgot one part though. It took us 3 fucking names to come up with a name for it.
that is right, yeah.
Nobody could agree on a name.
Yeah.
I said I wanted Violet, Raven, and Xena. Names I wanted. Nobody wanted that.
The dog they expected you to take care of, by the way.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you cannot come up with a name for the dog.
They told my sister name. She's like, that sounds stupid. I'm like, what?
You don't even live here.
Like, if you want a dog so badly, you're an adult. Go get one yourself.
Yeah, go get one yourself and you take care of it.
Like, what the hell? It's so... And it was obviously... And it was... And I told you this. So my mom was the one who decided the name. And I was like, okay, I'll get by with that just for the sake of, like, I'm done arguing. I'm done trying to speak about this. My sister comes home Thursday. I don't know if she's done with school yet.
So what was the name? What was the name?
Sadie.
Sadie. Okay.
Good
Sadie.
I can hear my sister.
Classic dog name.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted to give her the most cliche dog names. I'm like, guys, let's be original.
Let's come up with something here.
Yeah, because they wanted to name her Roxy. They wanted to name her, and I'm just like, I know you're looking it up with the Google AI. I sent you screenshots. Like, look at these are the name suggestions, and look what I found. Lo and behold, but I can hear my sister be like, "That's such a dumb name." Like, we finally are in agreement, and you're still objecting. Like,
did your parents cave in and actually go back to the drawing board for the name process?
No, they're
just like,
they're
you know
sticking
what?
with it. But
you know what?
My sister's trying her best to
Fuck
object.
off.
Yeah. It's like, that's so stupid. I'm like, I was like, and I told you, like, what the hell is wrong with that name?
What names did your sister come up with?
I don't know. I didn't hear any, but
Did she just not come up with any?
Knowing her, it'd probably be like something. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I know it'd probably be some of the most ghetto shit you'd ever hear.
Probably, yeah. No, honestly, yeah. Knowing a sister, yeah.
My aunt wanted to name her Daisy because it's like, oh, she looks like a daisy. And I was like, nah.
That's kind of gay, Grandma, but sure.
But, and another thing is just, I feel like they lied. I feel like somebody lied because this dog does not seem trained. The past couple nights it's been raining. This puppy needs to be supervised when it goes outside. I had to stand out in the rain for this dog to go to the bathroom.
Well, she's a puppy, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense for that, then, if she needs to be supervised during potty. But
I'm standing out in, like, rain. Not, like, pouring, but, like, just, like,
drizzle.
The drizzle.
It's been raining a lot in our area.
And so. she does not listen to
commands. Oh my god. Dude, I just realized they're going to be paving a street.
Yeah.
And that's going to be so much noise.
Oh, it has been. My house is shook, too, from the fucking... I hear, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Is there an earthquake?
I haven't been here all week, bro, because I'm usually always at work when they are doing it. So, I'm thankfully not going to be here.
I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
I just hear, like, my house is shaking. I'm like, earthquake? Is there an earthquake?
Bro, okay, because, like, we live the street from Lily, and she had her street paved like a couple years ago, and I felt it at my house. You probably did too, when they were paving her street.
I thought there was an earthquake. Like, it was like, oh my god.
It felt nauseous the street over. I can't imagine what's gonna be like when our actual street is going to have to deal with that same process. And now, you have to deal with getting a dog at the worst time during a thunderstorm and raining season.
She's scared. Yep, she's scared.
And now we have to deal with the inevitable process of a street pavement you already have to deal with a street removal thing already, so yeah, fucking perfect timing.
She just does not listen. I'm like clapping my hands, doing the like, like come
doing
here.
jumping jacks, doing
Yeah,
the
like, come
cartwheel,
here.
like hey, Sadie.
Yeah, and not listening. She would literally just lay in the freaking yard, and I'm like, "What are you doing?
Get in.
It's raining. It's not like nice out. Like, it's."
So you think the people at the dog pound or something lied about her being trained?
Oh,
Just to give her away that easy?
Oh, absolutely. They said she's good with. The only thing that was consistent with that, she's good with other dogs. That's
okay.
My last dog.
That's...
My last dog was infamous for barking. All my fucking neighbors hated her. You know, I think one time I was walking to the next neighborhood next to us, and I think someone threatened to shoot my dog.
I do remember you telling me that, yeah.
Like, because it's like she's... Because because what happens is my dog's territorial, and like she's barking because she's like kind of scared. And then she would know that I'm also now anxious and stressed out because I'm like, oh my god, there's a dog.
Like,
what do I
there's
do?
noise now.
Yeah. So she senses I'm stressed too, so that makes her more stressed, and like, so it was just, so that was like the only good that she's really good with other dogs, but I think that's probably because she's, you know, a rescue. She's probably been around more other dogs. So,
right.
But they said she's good with cats, but she has chased my cats a few times. So I'm questioning.
Do you think it's playful chase or like she wants to kill your cats?
I
obviously you can't take the risk, but
yeah, shit. And my cats, both of them, they are my world. They are
right. They are your two little mini gup cats.
Yeah. They, you know, even though they both do not like each other,
your cats don't like each other?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
They seemed playful last time I was there.
Something happened.
Really?
So when you saw them, they were like just born. They were like, you know,
yeah.
Because we had to wait a month or so for them to like be able to be adopted.
Okay.
So something you need to learn about cats is that high ground is important.
Okay.
So if you have a cat and it's like somewhere like that, that means they think they're in charge.
Right.
Because that's just how it is in the wild and stuff. It's just the higher you are, you're the one in charge.
It's over. I have the high ground.
Yeah. So we have the tree house, not the tree house, but like
the cat house.
The cat houses
tower.
Inside. So my black cat, who was mine, I guess one day she went up there, and my other cat did not like that because again, you're not the one in charge here.
Yeah, I think the fuck not, you little fucking bitch.
And ever since then, they would chase each other, hiss, growl, like chase each other, and it's and we've tried everything like therapy and they still hiss and growl. It's my other cat that's the aggressor, and it's just ever since then they just will be swatting at each other. They'll be chasing each other. They'll hear like growling and stuff, and now I barely see them now because with the dog here, they're all hiding now.
Yeah, they're both hiding now.
My cat will. One cat is a little more curious. One is that one that's mine. She can be in the same room, but she has to be like up high. And if she gets close, she'll start to like growl or hiss, which I've never heard from her before because she's like really quiet. And that was like making me upset.
That's not a good sign.
That was making me upset. I was just like, this is my little baby.
Yeah, that's not a good sign when like a pet you have is relatively calm, and then they get frantic with a new animal that's in the house. That's not a good sign at all.
And it's just so the dog would chase them, and then again, and I talk about this like crate transport, and then I think this was like again a night or two ago. Because of this dog now, because like I told you, like I don't even think I have time to play games anymore, because it's like I kind of have to always be on alert to like, so I can't be in the middle of a Fortnite match.
Yeah.
No build. I can't be in no build.
Yeah.
When there's like 50 people left, I can't just go hide.
Yeah.
To let the dog out. So it's like what's the point?
Yeah.
Of doing anything now? So I'm just laying on my couch watching reels.
Yeah.
They wanted to crate the dog. Yeah, they got I guess from my last dog, they got this big fucking crate, brand new, huge, and then they put her in the crate. She was doing okay, and then like an hour in, she starts freaking out, and I'm like, oh god, and I'm like, I'm just thinking like, weren't you crated for 2 days straight? And they said there was no problem with you at all. Like you were not whining, you were not barking, you were just calm. And I'm just like, so I'm very suspicious. I'm glad that she was a rescue and not like, because she's like I think like 6 or 7 months old. So I'm glad she's a rescue, because that's how I think people should adopt their animals, not from some sketchy breeder or because that's where my last dog came from, or like shopping,
Yeah.
adopt, don't shop, guys, and rescue animals. So that's how I'm glad they went that route with it, but it's just overall, it's just I was not ready.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna, and guess where they're going next week? They're going to Disney. Yeah, they're going to Disneyland again.
Your parents are great.
Yeah. So I might be stuck with this puppy that doesn't listen.
And what days are they gonna be gone?
It's a few days. I have to work those days too. And guess what? This dog can't be alone because it's a puppy. So it's like,
why the fuck?
Exactly.
Literally, why? They expect you just to go to work and
like this dog's not ready to be alone. I'm not for leaving them in a cage.
You might just have to.
Yeah, but
you might just have to do that in general, though. You might have to just leave the puppy in the fucking cage, because you can't just let them out in the house.
Yeah.
With the cats. Unless you just blockade the upstairs.
And there was like maybe like a night or Thursday, I was trying to sleep, and I could tell she was crated, and she just would not stop barking or whining. And I know people are in the house, and I just wanted to scream, can someone shut that fucking dog up? I'm trying to sleep. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, am I the only one hearing the dog freaking out right now? Like, yeah. So they're in the like, they're all in like this like all the lovey-dovey phase, and like, and I told you, like, I heard.
Huh.
And like, it's just like, I will hear just randomly, I'll hear some thumping, then I just hear, Jake, let her out. And I'm like, oh my god, time to go stand in the rain for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm clearly acting like cold towards this dog, and again, like I've said, I love dogs, but it's just their energy.
The circumstances are not good for this.
And I heard my mom go, I heard her upstairs, why is he such an asshole to the dog? And I'm like, you. My therapist was like, well, you need to tell them how you feel. And it's like, they they're not gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell me like to just move on. Like move on. That's don't be upset. Just don't be upset. You know, good old trick.
Yeah.
And it's just so like, and like literally a night or two ago, that I think it was that same night that I heard that I was thinking about my dog and I was just like that real the grief. I tend to bottle everything up and
Yeah.
that night I had to let it out because I this all just seems like some deranged nightmare that no pet owner should when they're not ready for an animal for a new one.
Yeah, this is just like overall like a fucking like terrible like fucking situation to be in entirely, and now your fucking parents are fucking being assholes and being like, why is he such an asshole to the dog he wasn't ready for? Like, we gave him another dog. Isn't that what he wanted? It's like, no.
Yeah, I have even though I never said it when my grandparents would ask, so what do you guys think about again? I looked visibly uncomfortable that like show don't tell. Like you can tell I was not comfortable. And nobody wanted to ask. Nobody asked for my opinion.
Yeah.
Because if they did, then it was just like you're just lazy, so you're not gonna you're lazy, so you're just being lazy. You don't want to handle the responsibility. And I'm just like, bull fucking shit. My dog was suffering and dying, and you know what? I would be here and I would have to leave to go check on the dog.
Yeah.
I still went and did it anyway.
Yeah, because you guys went to fucking Disney World and didn't fucking put in the fucking care for the dog, so I had to for the last fucking 3 months she was alive, so you all can go fuck yourselves.
Like, don't, yeah, like,
Sometimes I wish I was there in your house so I could argue on your behalf.
and I'm like, do I want to be petty and take my dog's ashes into my room just as a big, like, I still miss my dog. She's my dog.
You totally should. You totally should do that. When you go back home, just go to fucking ashes and put them by your bed. Just like, yep, she's my fucking dog because I took care of her and you guys went to fucking Disney World. Suck my balls. Y'all can suck my 3 inches, mom and dad. Just fucking assholes.
And it was like, it was just they just love letting my sister just get whatever she wants.
Right, yeah.
Letting them walk all over them. Or both of them. Equally. They just let her whine and complain and they just well, I was not spoiled, but they spoil her.
Is that classic, like, fucking oldest sibling and youngest sibling type shit, which does exist, obviously, but I mean, yeah, just doesn't mean it's okay at all.
Yeah. And every time and my sister and I think just like, you know, my dog's dead because you're in I know education, getting a good education's for the best, obviously, but it's just like when I keep hearing my parents complain how she's going out partying, drinking and stuff. And I'm just like, you know, my dog died for this. And I remember my therapist gave me this text like speak your truth and I literally said pretend I'm your sister, what would you say? And I said, I hate that you're fucking out partying and drinking. My dog had to die for you to be in school, and this is how you're treating it. Like fuck off. Like seriously.
Right.
Like, and I know we don't know for sure because they could have done because the vets were like, we could do some X-rays and stuff to figure out what's going on, but that was gonna cost money, and so there was a good chance they might have not found anything. My dog did have a condition that when she got older it wasn't as bad, but it was much worse when she was a puppy. But I guess because now she was getting older, a senior, it was like it was starting to affect, because she had like megaesophagus, which was like really hard to digest food and stuff, and so that my parents just think it was just because of that. It was just a complication of that.
Probably.
But
Logical.
but again, that's just that variable. Like, and again, and I remember, I don't know if it was the X screenshots, and I literally texted them that day she died. Like, she looks dead. She literally looked dead. Every time she lay, if she did look down, she looked like she was gonna die. She was about to die, like right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was just all bones. And you don't want to see them like that.
Right, yeah.
Like, and I definitely know my mom specifically, she did care. She cried for a couple days, but it's just like, but I again, I think back to that text conversation I had. That was like, I clearly was freaking out that I didn't know what to do. That I couldn't handle it, and they're just like, "Oh, we're at a concert right now at a casino, so we're gonna go gambling too." And I don't know about a year from now or two, but I want to be out of that house before I'm 30.
Yeah, that's the plan with me and my house as well.
I want to be done.
Yeah.
Because I don't, this was way too soon for me. I was not ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready. I did not want another dog. Just entirely. I would have only wanted another dog if I, in like the distant future, if I had, wife, kids, and they were like, "Let me get a dog," I'd be like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
But just right now, it was just where I am at mentally. It was just I was not ready, and now I have to take care of a very high maintenance puppy now. God, the fucking brownie cookie is so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. That is therapeutic.
It is.
Oh man. Well, anything else? We're probably gonna wrap this up. Probably.
Yeah.
I still gotta play Spider-Man. I gotta finish it.
Yeah.
Hopefully tonight. Probably.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would just say, like, uh, the process of losing a pet, it can fluctuate and it can feel better down the line. For me personally, it's very tough at first, and a couple months later after that, it felt okay. And there was a moment where I felt like, okay, like, I haven't really been thinking about it for a while now, for like a couple days, and then it turned into like a week or two and or three. And like, I felt like I feel like I should still be like sad about it, and I was still upset about it. And then eventually, in the last couple of months, uh, it's returned to how it was when Gup first died, and you know, it's it's just one of those things where it it won't go away, and grief will always be there, no matter if it's like a dog or a person. You will feel good here and there, but there will also be an equal amount of like days and weeks where you'll feel worse about it, and then you'll probably go back to feeling okay about it, not really thinking about it as much. And yeah, well, just the reason why I'm bringing this up personally for me with Gup is um within like the last couple months, it's been very tough again because sometimes like I keep thinking about how murmur as the weeks pass, I am inching closer to the 1 year occurrence of his passing, and I am dreading it. Like it's still ways out. Like it's over a month away still, closer to 2 months, obviously. Actually, like it's still it's 2 months away from yesterday, when he would have died from last year. So yeah, I not ready at all for when July rolls around, because the first like 9 days, first like 8 days of July, I'm gonna be just like thinking about the ninth, that entire week pretty much, and I'm just gonna be like, oh man, yep, here comes the day that my best friend died. Uh, Joy. um, so yeah, I'm just like not thrilled about it at all, really, the most, and
Yeah, I'm the same with my friend with that.
for sure. I I got the cuddle clone as well, and that's been therapeutic to an extent, but even then, the thing with the cuddle clone is it's it only has the physical attributes of your pet, and that's it. It
I
doesn't carry the same sentiment.
I might do like a pillow, like a photo pillow,
Yeah.
because I would do a cuddle clone, but I looked at my phone. I'm like, I don't have enough good pictures of her that I can't do. I wouldn't, if I got it, it wouldn't be justice for what I would want, because
Uh
like
huh.
she had all these like unique like things, like a couple of her claw her nails were like, lighter color, but I don't have pictures that you can see that, and so I didn't have like full 360 good pictures that I can do it justice.
Yeah. Those are just the tricky thing with dogs in general with that. Like, I'm so fucking lucky. Like, Gup was so small and just like was a fucking like little fucking cloud basically. Because I was just like, yeah, here's images of this white thing. Go ahead, go crazy. And I fucked up with the face. The face is fucked up and small because the face on Gup's Colonel clone looks the way he did when he was fucking like a year or two old. And I was like, motherfucker, I just chose a photo I liked, and I regret it. But the rest of his body's okay on his clone, but there's just his face that's like, alright, that's his like fucking 1 year old head on his fucking like 6 year old body or something. And it's very fucking weird to look at, but yeah, I mean, That's also part of the reason why I guess it feels nice to obviously cuddle with, like, but also at the same time it's just like it's not gonna be the same, and it won't ever be the same ever. Like,
Because you remember how they felt,
yeah, like,
and you're like, this isn't it.
yeah, cause like that's soft. Don't get me wrong, that's soft and, you know, warm and fuzzy, but it wasn't the same warm, soft, and fuzzy that gut felt at all in any way. Like, you can tell that's like wool, that's like from sheep and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not rabbit fur in any way. And, this is not a dig towards Carl clones. The thing they do is amazing, and it helps so much people. It helped me to an extent, but just the way I am, it doesn't help me the way I wanted it to, and that's not a bad thing. Like, I would I would still get the cuddle clone anyways, because the imagery, sometimes when I take a glance, like, sometimes I'll just put the cuddle clone up like where he used to sleep at night, right there, and I'll just be walking to my chair and I'll like take a glance, and I just think like, oh god, Gup just resurrected, and it's like, nope, it's just the cuddle clone, and I'm just like, oh, duh, like, and it's like, because sometimes it fucking looks real, and basically it might be real because Gup fucking was a little lazy shit and fucking stood around doing nothing all day. But even then, like, I have to remember, like, I remember easily, like, it's a fucking plush. It's not the fucking same thing. It's not Gup at all. It's not a fucking living creature. It looks like him a lot more than some angles, but it's not the fucking same thing, and it won't be the same thing. And, you know, there's a path down the future where I will be definitely ready to get another rabbit. Um, even then, I still think I am, but I know even possibly, it like, I find myself like, I also love animals dearly. Like, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
or who the owner is, like, I will still love every pet equally and give them care in the ways I can. But I find myself no different when I get like another rabbit or two in the future. Like, I will care for them, and I know that if things go right and according to plan, because sometimes rabbits are fucking assholes, fucking basically vegan cats. You know, I love them dearly, but, you know, there always just be an inkling in the back of my mind where it's just like, Gup and I, like, we basically like grew up with each other,
Yeah.
and
But my dog too. That
yeah,
was we had dogs before, but it was never long term. It was
yeah,
always like kind of brief for a couple months or
yeah,
but that was the first dog we had since she was maybe might have been like a month old when she started living with us, so she lived with us for her whole life.
yeah.
So that's why it's hitting
Yeah,
because
because
I yeah, like
yeah,
we basically grew up together because I was maybe like 12 or 13 when, yeah, probably, yeah, 12 when she showed up at my house.
yeah,
So, went through basically everything.
right, yeah. Gup was, I think I first met Gup at like 15 or 16. And he didn't move in until like halfway through me being like the second half of me being 16, or when I was like 17, about right there. They're just that general age in general. Um, and I was able to have him there for all my little teenage drama times and my lonely loser adult times after high school when I was lonely as fuck, and I was able to have him there for COVID times, and I was able to have him here for, you know, the first couple years of my like adult work life and just trying to get stuff done for my life. And you know, the reason why, like, even with like Mel around, the reason why like everything just feels like still so like empty is because like, you know, my best friend isn't here anymore. So like, I love my girlfriend so much, and you know, I love her, but girlfriend love is different from, you know, best friend love, and that's not a dig at Mel. I'm sure she, if she were to watch this, she would understand. Because my last relationship, like my the girlfriend I had before Mel, like lost her cat like the year before we started dating, and uh, like she, um, was randomly she just got distraught out of nowhere sometimes, and like I understood it. I never like really like was like, what the fuck are you so upset about the cat? Like I was never like that at all in any way, and I was never like in a mood where it's just like where I questioned why she was upset. Like I understood always why she was upset. Um, I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm just, the thing I'm trying to say though in general is I always felt like I wanted to be there for her, and be like, you know, I realize that I'm not your cat, but I hope that I can fill the void as much as possible. And this is like another thing with why I said like I hope that Mel doesn't take offense to this, is what my ex told me kind of like still kind of affected me. Um like my ex told me like when I asked that question, like, no, like you won't ever be Jack. Fuck. You won't ever be my cat. You are not even close of filling the void of like his um like fucking the filling the void of, you know, his goneness or whatever, the emptiness or whatever, the words, like you're not at all close of being anything close to that extent. And I was just like, I mean, that's that's fine, I guess, but you know, because I just wanted to just be like, yeah, I mean, just I'm here if you need me, I guess. Um, and you know, yeah, like it, I'm not saying like Mel is the exact same. Like it, Mel is such a beautiful girl, and she makes me so happy. Just kidding, not the beautiful part. Um, but like it's probably like a thing in regards to being long distance where we don't have that physicalness with each other. Um, that's definitely a large reason why. Um, but you know, just the thing that me and Gup had with like just being able to like see each other every day, and you know, it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just I fear it won't be replicated in the future with like any rabbit or any pet I would possibly have in the future at all. And like, yeah, all that jazz. So honestly, I know what I want to say in regards to everything I just said. I don't know if I said everything, but I just, guess I wanted to say that and throw that out there of like, you know, gups, fucking no, not gups. Like pets just matter so much to their owners, and pets help out a lot. And the things that we said today, like resonate with the pets that we've lost last year within the year, and it's still going to stick with like both of us for the longest time, because even though like I didn't have Gut for a lot of my life, like I didn't have him for like half my life at all, but he still like had like such a huge effect on me to the point where like I mean just fucking listen to how I talked about him like earlier. Like that was like the fucking first time like I fucking broke down on camera and shit like that. So like yeah, like it's just tough shit to go through. um I There'll be another time when we'll talk about the same thing, because I don't think I even ever talked about the really day or week of Gup's passing in
Might have been on a
detail.
podcast.
Probably. I'll probably talk about it when like July's around and all that, just to talk about it, get shit out. But like, so I don't really want this podcast to go for that much longer, because we have a game or two to get to. So
Gotta take one last
one last brownie therapy bite. Oh. Min comes 5 times in a row, pun. Oh my god. So fucking good.
Even if it still tastes like the brownie, even if you don't have the brownie bits on it. So
yeah.
I ate all.
Yeah. God damn. Oh. Well.
This is probably gonna be the only one I leave a 5-star review. I'm just gonna write like absolute peak on it.
I came 5 times.
Yeah, because I remember when we were playing Animal Crossing, I was looking there. I think I looked at one of the top reviews from one of the cookies was like absolute respectfully bussin'. So I'm gonna do for that one just absolute peak on it and do like that Martin Scorsese.
Absolutely ejaculated 10 times. Well, this has been a very emotional roller coaster for these last 2 hours. This channel at this moment, well, it always will be, but is definitely a canvas for me and Jake. So this is why I love doing YouTube shit like this, because we get to get our thoughts out for videos like this and just talk about like shit like this. You got to comb your penis? You have to clean your penis? What happened? You got any Clorox?
Yeah.
Is that dirty?
My hands are dirty.
Well, I wonder why.
This is a little chocolate.
Hey, are you sure there isn't another C word?
Like, BRB, gotta change.
Uh-oh. Baby needs a diaper change. Is there a mommy here that can help change?
Is there a pale goth mommy with who's here?
Is there a mommy that can help change this big boy type?
That's some bullshit I do in the relationship. Just to fuck with her.
She would probably look at you like, please shut the fuck up. Please stop talking.
I'd be like, is there a mommy who can give me some comfort right now?
Mommy is upset with me. Is mommy gonna be angry at me?
Mommy put me in timeout.
Better behave for mommy. She doesn't want to be mad at me. I don't want her to be upset. I don't want her to ground me and take away my electronics. Mommy's gonna come and spank me.
Oh, hell yeah.
What? Hey, as long as
hey, you know?
I get it. I would also be very submissive if I was in a relationship with a mommy figure, but I'm in a relationship where I'm dating someone younger and submissive, so
You're
I'm a
forced,
dominant one, yeah.
You're forced to be.
I mean, I'm naturally like that anyways. Like, I feel naturally like the dom anyways in the relationship, but I won't lie. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, what if I was with a MILF? You know? And well, you can stop watching now, but no, like, no. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with being a dom. It makes me feel happy. She makes me feel happy.
I got like, so like Facebook dating, they will randomly match you with people, and I got like a 36-year-old woman, so I was just like,
Okay.
what's up? What is up?
Yeah. That. God, you know what? I'll save it for whatever game we play.
Playing Spider-Man, I gotta finish it.
Yeah, but we'll finish Spider-Man tonight. I'll probably just fucking try and make some progress on Mario Bros. Next session. So that will do it. You know, if you enjoyed, make sure you guys like and sub and
Hang on, let me get the name of the actual cookie so I can.
Okay.
Oh, it's like, yep, your things was delivered. So it was the double fudge brownie cookie.
Definitely it seems double fudged.
I'm going to leave a review.
Absolute.
It was this cookie. This cookie was respectfully busted.
God.
I'm doing it. Yep. Add a written review. Absolute peak.
Absolute peak, dude. I fucking cried while eating it. Tears of joy, definitely.
Let me try to do it like, and. Okay, I'm just gonna write absolute peak on it.
Wow.
The top review is just gonna say like absolute peak. All right.
See you guys.
Goodbye.